Hi guys, this is Wazoo. This is a new segment we're doing called .P Academy, where we play with someone of higher skill than us. They are coaching us in a matchmaking session, and we later go back and look at the footage and try to glean some type of insight. And we did last night. We gleaned a lot of insights, or I'd like to hope, because we had a kind of rough game. So hope you guys follow along.
Yeah,
with
this
us.
one's not a winner. We didn't pick a winner for the first one.
No. This is raw and uncut. I got really angry.
That Wind Ranger. So Roland picked up the Wind Ranger.
I randomed.
I
randomed the Wind Ranger.
He YOLO randomed.
And so before we, let's mention that we're talking with Opaca. He was the first one to sit down and take the time to coach us.
So he is our coach.
And Opaca, real quick, do you want to throw out? Do you have a Twitter or something that you want folks to follow you on?
Yeah, I do have a Twitter. The handle is at Opaca Dota. So pretty simple.
And Opaca spelled O-P-A-C-A. Opaca.
That's right.
We're gonna taka to
So
Opaca.
before we really get going on Opaca's notes, I just want to bring up
Lordy Lord.
where some of the controversy that sprung up last night came about was because Wazoo, you took issue with Roland randoming here. You kind of felt like we should have been maybe focusing more
On
in our
a more
positions.
general hero that we play and I guess he does play off lane often. It was a really painful game.
It was
Couple of games because we had one abandoned game before that I was like
Yeah.
starting to feel really good about, and then like there was an abandon and it was like great. So like that kind of took wind out of my sails.
It did.
And
I was
then-
tired.
Yeah,
it was a
everyone,
long day yesterday.
We've been working ourselves raw lately, boys. But you
Yeah.
know, like Opaca, like he offered this help, and we finally found some time to do it. So I'm glad we're doing it and using this as something positive after
Yeah.
a frustrating game.
So we picked up the three heroes that we're going to focus on in the match. The three of us, Cyphus grabbed Lich for this match, Wazoo,
I played Void.
and Roland, you of
Faceless
course
Void.
grabbed the Windrunner.
Yep, I grabbed the Windrunner.
Not really grabbed,
Faceless-
like was randomly fated to
Yeah,
have.
and I say here at the start, even though you can't read it, I say, oh my god, I've randomed Wind Ranger so many times.
No, you said that in chat because I
I-
can remember your voice.
I
Of
said
confidence.
it. No, I typed it out too when
Oh,
I
really?
was in the pick when I randomed her. I was like, oh my god, I've randomed her all the time. But let's go ahead and pass this time over to Opaca. Opaca, guide us through this game.
All right, so the very first note that I have here is a kind of a mixture between a do and a don't. It's at game time 6 minutes and 17 seconds. We have Roland on the Windrunner, down with a Pub Riki on the bot lane. You guys are against a PL and a PA, and Roland, you're really low on mana because you have basically spammed your skills in order to either get CS or harass the enemy heroes, which against two
Look
heavy
at my
hitters,
CS.
heavy
4
melee
CS.
hitters, 4 CS, using all those skills, and you don't have enough mana to win run away at this point, and you're against two heavy hitters of PL and PA, so playing the replay, they
died.
Phantom Lance onto you, and yeah, you basically die
And I
because
died.
you don't have enough mana to get away.
Okay.
So the don't to learn from that is definitely don't spam your skills on the bot lane when you're off lane. It is acceptable to maybe use a power shot or two if you're maxing it to get some CS and some farm, but always make sure, this is the do, to make sure that you have 100 mana to win run away.
Okay,
Right, makes sense.
that makes a whole lot
And
of
just,
sense.
I guess we're going to hit the heroes that we were all with, but yeah, the Riki was laning against, or the Riki was laning with Wind Ranger down in that bottom lane, and our Pudge was our mid in that match, and Lich, me as Lich and Wazoo as Void laning safe lane.
Yep.
For those just listening.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pause the replay. What is our next note, Opaca?
The next note is about at 17 minutes and 43 seconds. Roland, this is
17 minutes and 43.
Yes, that is the correct time. And Roland, this one is also for you. This is one where you had mana to win run away, but you did not do it.
Oh, okay. So just newbie mistake. Didn't press E. Didn't wind run, and I die here, huh? Okay, let's watch me die, guys. Here I go.
Yeah, and PL lances onto you, and you actually turn around and power shot to, you turn around and power shot into a bunch of illusions. Probably what I think was going through your mind is you were trying to get CS, you were trying to get farm, and your reaction time was not quick enough to the PL lancing onto you and running up to you. He is pretty fast, so make sure that you always realize that, hey, I'm in the off lane, and this is someone, a PL with a Vanguard. He can chase me down pretty easily, and you need to react quicker with the wind run. Your wind run was, even though it's level 1, it would be enough to get you away, but due to your reaction times, you did take another fall.
That's a bummer. Okay, another one. Let's move on to somebody other than this terrible Wind
Yeah,
Ranger.
let's
right.
skip the next few Roland deaths
Yeah.
because I assume
Yeah,
the
no,
next 5
no,
cards.
we're picking on Roland. Okay, so let me find the correct time in the game time. Here it is at 19 minutes and 25 seconds. Void and Lich. This was pretty good on your guys' end. You guys just used the chrono and it was on the PL, but you were whacking illusions or something. He's pretty high life here, and you guys decide to chase him. You realize that you didn't have any mana, which is really good. You get some pretty lucky RNG bashes up onto the PL, and good slow by Syphus. You guys are chasing him down. Do you get another bash here? You don't, but that's okay because Pudge is here for the support, and you are just fighting him down. He does not have mana to run away. Wazoo, you are just smacking him down 1v1 right here. And Lich, that was a great chase on a PL. You realized that he did not have mana or an escape mechanism, so you chased him, and you did get a kill. So that was very good by you two.
Ah, fucking bullshit, man. Look at this. I just got ruptured. I just got ruptured, everyone. So, like, I usually don't use bad language, but that is... And now you have to move with his new ability. But yeah, what's your suggestion there, Opaca? Sorry.
Well, you didn't really have a lot of options there. You were pretty low chasing down that PL, so you did get ruptured and blood righted, and you were silenced. You couldn't time walk away because you didn't have mana. Even if you tread switched, you wouldn't have had enough mana. It's only a level 3, so he would have been able to chase you down with his move speed buff. So you really didn't have a lot of options there, but you did get a pretty good trade. You for the PL at this point in the game, seeing as he has substantially more farm than you do, he is more of an impact than you are at this stage in the game, so it was a really good trade. So no options for you there to escape the Bloodseeker. That's kind of just the hero that he is.
I see.
Okay, what's our next note, Opaca?
The next note is a good one for Roland, actually. It is at 23 minutes. Let me find the time. All right. And oh, maybe it's not at 23 minutes. You're still dead. Maybe I miswrote a
24 minutes,
time here.
maybe, when I come back to life?
You're in the lane. It's 23:19 here.
Okay, 23:19.
Let me zoom ahead 10 more seconds. Okay, all right. So it is 23:19. That is the correct time. You're back in the lane. You're full mana, full HP, and you guys are dealing some serious damage to the PL. Good Lich ult, and this is an amazing power shot by Roland. It's going to hit the Bloodseeker. Great power shot.
Okay.
It sniped him right.
We're just
before he
watching
could
it
get
now.
out
We're a
of
little
range.
behind you. I just got eviscerated. Okay, so that must have been after I hit that awesome arrow. Oh, 23. Sorry, 23:19.
Yes,
We're new to
23
this whole
minutes,
thing.
19 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Bam. Okay, there I kill him. I'm gonna go back. Sorry, I'm new to this whole navigation thing, so we're gonna do 23:04 here. All right, so here we are. There's Ricky. He's invisible. Pudge is coming in. There is Syphus on the Lich. Here I am back. Wait. Did I miss it again?
No, it's zoomed to 23:19, so
Oh,
use the
there we
10
go.
second forward button. Yeah, that's a really good one. It was a really good ult by Syphus
Yes, it
onto
was.
those two
Perfect
isolated
ult.
heroes.
And then bam! There comes the arrow.
Wow, like
Okay.
a crack shot.
Yep. So that was both a little bit Syphus and me. That was an awesome ult, Syphus.
yeah,
Good job.
thank you, thank
You're a
you.
good Lich. And yeah, that was just a lucky arrow. That was a terrible game for me. Okay, what's next, Opaca?
All right, let me look through here. I'm trying to spread them out a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, crazy team fight I have written down here by at 34 minutes. I remember this one. This is the one where Wazoo hit an excellent chrono in the Roche pit and stole the Aegis, but he made the fatal mistake of not turning around and running away, basically. So
Okay, we're about to watch it. So I'm at 34 minutes and 11 seconds. Wazoo's he's got his Mask of Manus, his Chrysalis, his Demon Edge, his Maelstrom, his Power Tread set on Strength. Thank goodness, because he's a good player, better than us, that's for sure.
That's a mistake that they're on strength in a way.
And here we go. We know that they're roshing. Wazoo is standing up here. It looks like he's going to time walk in. Is that what you do, Wazoo?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm at 34 minutes
Okay, here we
and
go.
28 seconds.
Here comes the chrono, and he steals the Aegis. He could
Oh, I
escape,
could've
but he got a
won.
kill instead. He killed Phantom Lancer instead of escaping.
Yeah,
With
and
the Aegis.
the big mistake with that one is I see you time walking in here. You steal the Aegis. At this point, I'm telling you to bail. I remember, and it's because here you blow the Aegis and your own life because your teammates are just not around here, and you're all running into a really bad team fight because they have more farm than you guys do. The Lich ult does catch out the Necrolite, which was pretty good bounces by Syphus, and you guys are just getting chased down. So the farm difference between
I'm
your
looking
team and
at
their
it
team
right now. I've got
Yeah.
Wazoo at second place at 11,000. Lich at 6,000 and me at 4,000 in last. So Cyphus, you even being the 5 did better than before. It was a rough game for me. Okay, what's next, Opaca?
All right, Roland, do not buy Lincoln Sphere.
Okay.
At this stage in the game, it is very late in the game. I don't have a time written down for this.
Don't buy a Lincoln
I do
Sphere
remember
late.
I remember the moment where you just through the in-game chat, I hear Opaca say, "What is a recipe of all things for Lincoln Sphere doing in your inventory?"
I bought the recipe first. It's because I knew I was going to die more, and I just had enough gold to buy the recipe.
Sure.
All right, so a couple of don'ts with that. A, it is too late in the game. It was like 40-something minutes. It was a late 40 minutes. Your farm was the farming stage was over. It wasn't that your farm was bad. It's that nobody gets farmed that late. It's really hard to build up big items like Lincoln Sphere at that point, unless you're a hard carry and getting a lot of gold income. But since you were on the off lane and you didn't have a lot of core items built up already, Lincoln Sphere was not a good decision because it took you a long time to build up towards it. You started off with the recipe. That's another don't. There is absolutely no reason to ever start with a recipe on any item. Maybe Midas in some cases I have seen starting with the recipe because it costs so much more than the glove, and the glove is really easy to build, and if you die and you don't have the Midas recipe, then you're totally screwed. But Lincoln Sphere is definitely not one of these items, so that is definitely something to avoid.
Okay, all right. All right, what's next, Opaca?
All right, zoom into 42 minutes and 50 seconds. Let me find the time there. I have written down great team fight by everybody, so everybody did something good here.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Even
at
Cyphus?
Cyphus has been doing pretty good with those.
I'm just
actually.
kidding. I want to give him shit here, but I can't.
All right,
All
so
right,
my
so
time
let's-
might be a little bit wrong, because you guys just kill. Actually, Wazoo dealing serious damage. Oh, it might be a little bit ahead.
Okay, so I'm looking. Lich kind of, that was a little bit of a lackluster ult just there. You
That was
hit it
to
on
save
some-
your life.
But it did
here's-
save my life.
Man,
was to
right
save
here
your
would be a
life.
pretty good place to start.
Why
I
did
hit
I
the
click?
jump ahead button by accident. We're gonna zoom back.
Oh, hide fight recap. Okay,
Yeah,
there we
it's
go.
at 42 minutes and 10 seconds. So we have Cyphus here. He sees the PA near a bounty rune. And, or not
Okay.
Cyphus, sorry, Wazoo. He sees the PA near a bounty rune, and he actually decides to Chrono. So good reaction by him to Chrono, Mask of Madness up, and bash him down. So that was good by him. We actually have more people coming in over to the side. Jaeger.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay,
Yeah,
so I just saw the chrono. It looks like I hit my ult to do it. Wazoo lives, Phantom Assassin dies, and it looks like there is.
Should we
some
have maybe backed
continue-
out by this point?
At this point, yes. Your two pubs on the team were caught off by the Phantom Lancer and everybody. You guys, actually, at this point, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to go ahead and engage, but your chrono was down, and chasing these two guys is really hard, so that's actually what you decide to do. You guys split
Oh.
up, so a bit of miscommunication here. Roland is running towards them, and Cyphus and Void take the longer route, allowing both of your pubs to get killed. The Bloodseeker's really low, and then you guys kind of are just turning around, not really sure if you want to
Did
go for
save
this
my
team
life.
fight or not. Wazoo, time locks in. You guys get a kill on the Bloodseeker, and you're actually smacking down the Void. Roland actually might die to the PL because
Nope,
there's
but he
some
launches
illusions.
that ult. We can look into the future.
Yep, and actually, that is a big one. I wrote another time down there. So note card inside of a note card at 42 minutes and about 55 seconds. Cyphus ults a bunch of PL illusions. So the don't there is when you see low health illusions, they're going to die to your ult really fast. So you don't want to ult into a solo PL. Even though he spawns illusions, sometimes it can be good, but you really want to make sure that there are other enemy heroes around there. Wazoo is still able to pick up a kill up on the PL, so good job by him. He actually gets a gem off of that, so they don't have a gem for the Riki anymore. So it was a pretty good team fight by everybody. The only negative there was the Lich ult, but that's okay because it comes up in a minute anyways.
And it saved my life, kinda. It did
Yeah,
save my
it
life.
killed that illusion.
It was
that
a
chasing you.
situationally shitty ult.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Yeah.
illusions I can say with certainty were not going to kill you, but
It's
But
not
I'm
a-
too
it's
noob to
honestly
know
not
that.
But he, yeah.
it's not a big deal. Like honestly, it's not a big deal at all. Actually.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so-
what's next, Opaca?
All right. So actually, I have a note card here that says Wazoo Ags on Void. Good choice. I don't know. So. You bought up an Ags later in the game. Actually, you have the Ogre Axe at 43 minutes and about 1,500 gold. So you do get it. I am not 100% sure if this is a good choice. My instinct would have been to go for an Assault Cuirass instead, so that you could have sold that Mask of Madness and gotten a bigger item while still having enough attack speed to deal damage in your Chrono. You do get a second on Chrono, but you don't have big combos in the Chrono aside from the Lich Ult, and the Lich Ult isn't super effective anyway because of all the PL illusions. So basically, it's up to preference. This is definitely not a game swinger in any way. You buying an Aghanim Scepter, it's not a bad item strictly. This is basically, do you see into the game? Do you know that, okay, I'm going to need to sell this tier 2 terrible Mask of Madness item? Because Mask of Madness is a terrible item late game. You can't be squishy on a hard carry roll. And so basically, buying up an Assault Cuirass and selling the Mask of Madness and getting more items while still having attack speed, and you'll have pushing power with the AC. It just gives you more than Aghanim's does. So
honestly, when I sold the mask, I was not quite ready for not having the attack speed I thought I would. So it was a mistake in getting that Ags, honestly. Because I sold the mask and I was like, wow, I have 0 attack speed, it feels like now. And I just wasn't getting the proc, so it was a mistake to build that Ags, actually.
Yeah, and
I would think.
Yeah, and actually later, I don't have a time stamp for this because I was trying to rectify my own mistake. I told you to sell your boots and get boots of travel so that you have.
You said that,
you have more ability.
I took that, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
that.
and I want to say that I said right after that, actually don't do that. Sell your Mask of Madness and get an Assault Cuirass like right now. But what ended up happening is you exchange your boots for boots of travel, and you decided to go for an MKB. This obviously was a huge detriment on your attack speed.
Yeah.
Right now, you only have the attack speed coming from Mjolnir and Power Treads, so you don't have enough attack speed to whack down someone really tanky like PL or Phantom Assassin in that Chrono. So that was a big, big change in the late game. You guys were riding on Chronosphere to come back in this game. It's a heavy burden on Wazoo, I know, and not building another high-end attack speed item was a fairly big mistake, but
or just to have a Hyperstone, right? If I could have just sold the Mask of Madness and maybe purchased a Hyperstone to build into the Assault Cuirass, like that would have helped a bit more than having the no attack speed.
I mean, there are a lot of ifs with this. When you sold your Power Treads into Boots of Travel, my first instinct would have been like, okay, just stop. Keep your Mask of Madness, because 100 attack speed is better than 50 attack speed, or whatever Hyperstone gives you. It's 50, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 55 attack speed. So Mask of Madness would have been better if you kept it, because you did not have enough gold to sell it and then buy up the entire Assault Cuirass. Yeah. So
okay, Opaca, what's next?
All right, next note card, 54-45. That is a game time that I've written down.
Okay.
This one is for Roland. This is actually a pretty big point. I would like to point out it's pretty late in the game, but it is still very good for all stages. This is a good tip for all stages of the game. Even though your Rax was down at this point and you guys were at a serious disadvantage, here's the thing. When you're standing here walking around the PA, yeah, you're shooting at PA, he's evading you like a total baller, and I'm like, okay, Roland, be sure to save your wind run before he blink strikes on you. And he comes and hits you, and he blink strikes, and then you turn around and shackle shot and then power shot. Kind of the same mistake that you did against PL earlier. You did not wind run away. That was the thing that you needed to do. You had no chance of killing that Phantom Assassin. You don't do enough damage, and he is almost 6-slotted at this point. It's just not fair. Phantom Assassin versus Windrunner, 56 minutes of the game. It's not fair. No. So wind running away when someone blink strikes on you or uses a Phantom Lance on you, when someone slows you and you wind run away, you're overriding the slow or the blink strike, and you're getting away, and the time for those, stuns, slows, or whatever will go away before you return to normal move speed. So it's a really good escape mechanism, especially at level 4. It's like 6 seconds of max move speed. So you really need to save it for when they use those key things like blink strike and Phantom Lance.
Okay, what's next, Opaca?
All right, looking through the note cards. Let me find another one. I have another one for Lich here, but I kind of want to talk more about the Void because he was a big impact in this game. 42-18, jumping back a little bit. I have good Chrono written down. This was the key to you guys winning this game, basically. It was the key since the beginning. Hitting good Chronos is really strong.
And
So
this is the Phantom Assassin chrono that we already saw earlier, which it was an excellent chrono. We lost this game. I'm just going to zoom to the end. Unless you have any more notes, unless you do want to focus on Lich.
no, I think all those notes touched on all the points that I had.
I think so, and I'm just going to show the people the very end, all sped up, what happens in this game.
And while we're watching that, let's go ahead and plug Opaca one more time. You can reach him on Twitter at Opaca Dota, Opaca Dota. He's a great coach. I really enjoyed having you last night. It was really helpful. It was nice to just have somebody to say, hey, what should I be doing next at this point? I feel like I know what to do here. Now what do I do? Now I'm in an area where I have no idea what I should be doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you very much.
It helps a lot to have someone kind of show you where you should be going, from a outside perspective. So thank you so much for coming on, Opaca. We hope to have you again.